Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's been a while since you've heard my voice, but we're back in Roblox. Today we got every single VIP item here in Islands, besides, well, stuff like the VIP rank, because I was too lazy to get that, and the skin, because it's a skin. So, like, why? What point would there be to add it? Anyways, today we're going to be ranking every single one of these items. Now, let me set up, like, a tier list place real quick so we actually can rank these. Okay, so here's how the tier list works. Every single item will start at C tier, and there is 7 different things we'll go over. The looks of the table, the item usefulness, aka the items that are inside of it, how useful they are, the accessibility, aka how easy the items are to use, the resource worthiness, is which seeing is the prices of the item and if they're worth it. The non-replaceability, which is if an item is able to be replaced by some other function in the game. The size of the table, meaning if it's small enough, if it's small it goes up in the tier. And the item's looks, which are the items inside of it and how they look. If an item passes one of the tests, then it goes up a tier, and if it fails a test, then it goes down a tier. Let's start with the firework table, in which its looks as a table are okay, I'll give it a pass. And then there's the item usefulness, which fireworks are completely useless. And then the accessibility, fireworks are decently able to use, just click on the ground. Resource worthy, I mean it does use coal, but barely any. The non-replaceability, it's basically not replaceable. The size is also really small, but I can't bring it even higher. The item looks, the explosions themselves are pretty neat, but those aren't the items, those are the explosions that happen after the items. The items themselves are pretty plain, especially because they advertise different colored fireworks, even though there's just red. So it sticks at A rank. Now let's talk about the banner table. Its tables look-wise is actually really nice looking. In the item usefulness, it is mainly for decoration. So the accessibility, though, is pretty easy to understand. You just place it down and it looks good. The resource worthiness, aka is it worth it? It's decent. I mean, it makes sense that it costs flowers and stuff because it's colored. The non-replaceability, the banners straight up I don't think can be replaced. The size of the table, it is way too big, I'll be honest. And the item looks amazing. And next we have the obby kit, which the looks, it's pretty plain, I'll be honest. But the item's usefulness is really useful when you want to make obbies or even something else like a maze or a quiz. The accessibility, very good, even though it seems like something that could be decently complicated, it's really not. Resource worthy, yeah, the resources are pretty fair, I'll be honest, saying how useful it is. The I went back up. The non-replaceability, the obby kit straight up cannot be replaced. Size, tiny, but it's already at S rank. Item looks, they honestly look pretty good. So, let's move on to the floral bench. Let's start off with the table's looks, which it's pretty plain. And then we have the item's usefulness, none. The accessibility, just like obby kit and banners, or just like banners anyways, they're just decoration items. The resource worthiness, it's okay. I feel stuff like the clippers are kind of useless though, but I'll throw it back up there. The non-replaceability, it's been replaced by Folco. The size, it is decently tiny. And the item looks decent. Like I use it still sometimes for decorations, I'll admit. Anyways, let's do the jukebox now. Just because I want to. The looks are amazing. The item usefulness, it actually does. I've seen it actually does help you get buys and stuff at shops. So the accessibility, literally all you have to do is kill enemies to get items. The resource worthiness, as I said, the discs are literally just kill enemies, and a costing stone and iron is fair. The non-replaceability has been replaced by the music table. The size, it is actually big. It's 2x2. So, now we have the item looks. It has no items, so I'm just going to skip that tier. And so it lends itself on a B tier. Let's talk about the music table now, aka the replacement. It looks as a table pretty good. The item usefulness, it's decently good. Just like the jukebox, I've seen it actually helps you get sales at shops. The accessibility, very accessible. All you have to do to use the instrument is click. The resource worthiness, it is actually pretty cheap. It's just a few iron. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember actually. I'm pretty sure it's just a few iron or stone. And then the non-replaceability, it was actually the one to replace something else. Therefore, it passes. The size, it is too big. And the item looks, the instruments actually look really nice. Next, and finally, we have the lighting table. As a table, it looks super plain. The item usefulness, it lights up things. That's really it, but some cases it's really useful. Accessibility, just like any item placing item. The resource worthiness, it is a little too expensive, I'll be honest, just for lighting up stuff, which torches cost like a few coal, a few wood. The non-replaceability, it was replaced by torches. The size, it is a decently sized table. And the item looks actually look decent. And that is all of my tier list. Honestly, the items did pretty good. I should have added a pricing part to it because some of the items' pricings are a little high in my opinion. But this pretty much actually represents what I feel about the items too. I was honestly expecting to have some C's, D's, and F's, and even some uselesses. I couldn't come up with anything below F, besides F minus, which that seems stupid. I should have just put an S plus if I was going to do that. This actually represents how I like the items, though. Like, it's actually a decent representative, because I actually love all of the game passes, pretty much. Besides the firework, I would have ranked it lower if this was my opinion and not like the actual usefulness of items, but whatever. And that's pretty much it in this video. So I hope you all enjoyed. Say hello to my voice again because it's back, and see ya.